We're just talking about QR codes. You know something I heard years ago?
I still hadn't figured them out, but
well, there's a criminal aspect to it, unfortunately, here, at least in Austin, Texas. Now the FBI is getting involved. There was a parking garage that had some fraudulent QR codes up that said, scan this to pay for an hour of parking. And when people scanned it, it took them to a fraudulent website. They entered their credit card information. Crooks take their money.
Sounds simple.
Yeah, too simple for the...
Man, if only these people could use their powers for good.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly. I heard years ago when QR codes first came out that you could put them on your headstone. Mm-hmm. And so when somebody went to visit your grave, they could put up their phone to the QR code, and then it would have like videos and pictures from your life, and you could read all about the person there.
Mm-hmm. Would you want to narrate your own video?
I would. It would be the only voiceover work I ever got. Narrating my own.
Well, if you're hearing this, I'm dead.
Cold down here.
That's how.
Funny seeing you here.
Yeah, that's how it would have to start. Mm-hmm. I would be talking about
in famous cemeteries and graveyards, they could do that. If in New York City or Charleston or some of those places that have really old graves, and you wanted to hear a story about someone.
Well, yeah, but you could anybody could do it. If you wanted to have that for people who visit.
I don't know how old this was. I feel like we have seen this before, but yesterday, I guess it was Barstool Sports had a picture or a TikTok of someone who had gotten a QR code as a tattoo. Yeah. And when you scan the QR code, it plays Smash Mouth.
Okay, so the tattoo.
Actually it's a Spotify.
Oh, okay.
Link, yeah, and it has some just wavy lines. Mm-hmm. But when you open your Spotify, I believe, and scan it,
it plays
Smash Mouth.
Somebody.
That's the only song.
That's the only thing
that's
that
the one that it'll play. Mm-hmm. Okay,
forever. You can't change it.
Your son, hopefully he won't hear that. He might think that's cool.
He might.
He might get it to play one of his favorite rap jams.
Let me tell you what my son has been saying lately, and I just figured out why he's saying it. And I'm glad I read this.
Can you give us the context first so we can maybe try to figure it out ourselves?
Okay, yeah. Okay, sure. He'd say, your show is kind of dead, but Biggie's Pushin P. All right, and that's the term, Pushin P. Pushing P.
The letter P.
The letter P. Have you all heard that term? Mm-hmm. So like his friend Parker came over the other day, and I had not met him, and I said, "Is this a good kid?" He's like, "Oh God, Parker's pushing P like you wouldn't believe." And I have to go, "Oh, okay, then that's fine. If he's pushing P, then that's good."
Is it?
Well,
you don't want to drag P.
Well, when he told me I was dead inside and the fire had gone out. This was at Chicken and Pickles the other night. We sat in line for an hour and 20 minutes. And about halfway through it, he wanted me to buy a new car. And he said, maybe that would light the fire again. The fire's really gone out.
It's been a long time since I saw you push the P.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. And I said, oh, really?
Pushing P.
He goes, well, you're not pushing P. And I said, yes, I am, too. I push P. I am pushing P. He goes, you have not pushed any P in a long time.
Well, unfortunately, of my generation, when I hear P.
Yeah.
Of course.
Me too.
Yeah, of course. I thought it was
genitalia.
Dirty. I thought it was dirty.
It can't be.
It's not that, no. Social media users are all of a sudden using the P emoji, like usually means parking, okay, for pushing P. There is a rap song popularized by Gunna. Gunna, Future, and Young Thug released a song called Pushin P.
Oh, they got together finally?
It's been in the making.
Those are three of the greats.
All right, 22, you're off to a great start.
All right. Gunna, Future, and Young Thug released a song called Pushin P on Gunna's new album, DS Forever. And the P emoji, it now means living the good life, doing good things. Pushing P means pushing paper, which is money. So you have a lot of money. You have a lot of money. You live the good life. You keep it playa. You keep it real. And you're just a good guy all the way around.
My hunch is, and I mean no disrespect to your son, who is in the hip hop culture, but if it's filtered down to him, it's probably 3 months old.
Well, maybe it could be. It could be. They have just released the album, and the song is new. I've heard him use this term for about a week, and now's the first time I've been privy to what it means, because he'll say Pushin B, which is bad.
Pushing B.
He goes, you pushing B, and I don't know.
B.
I don't know if he made that up. I don't know the terminology for that.
But Pushin P is spending money.
No,
well, it's just living the good life, and Pushing P making money, having money, and living well.
Just living the good life.
Well, that's
spending money in a profligate fashion.
And you've been accused of not pushing P at all.
Correct.
Lately.
He says, I don't push any P, and I don't know what profligate means either. That's another word. I do not know.
There are times when, like when you're a teenager, your son reminded me of a moment when I was way back a teenager playing football at St. Bridget's. And my parents, I think they were both working at the time, so we had to get a ride from one of the older women in the neighborhood.
Right.
And Mike McRoberts came over. He was my age. He had a brother who was my brother's age. So the four of us were pretty good friends. We all played football, played all the sports together. And so the McRoberts brothers were over at the Demm house, and we were all needed a ride to football practice. So I can't remember the name of the old woman who was supposed to take us. She's probably my age.
Right. Yeah.
But you know how teenagers
or younger.
talk. Right, yeah, you know how teenagers talk. She's so the sweet old lady said, would you like to eat something before you play? And we're like, nah, we didn't want to eat. We weren't hungry. And we were afraid, the rumor was back then, you would get sick on the field.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you had to run laps, conditioning, et cetera, et cetera.
That's right. Yeah.
So my friend Mike McRoberts said, no, I don't want to decorate the field, which we knew instantly.
Throwing up.
Meant puking on the field.
All over the field.
And so she said, do you want anything to eat? He goes, no, I don't want to decorate the field. She's like, okay, but do you want anything to eat?
Okay, she didn't know what he was talking about. Right
10
over her head.
miles over
right
her
over
head.
her head.
How's she supposed to know what decorate the field means?
Right, exactly.
We knew instantly.
Exactly. And how am I supposed to know what Pushin' P is? I thought it was about poon. I did. And I didn't want to overreact to it. Of course I thought that bit.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, Parker's Pushin' P. And I was like, he is?
At his age.
At his age?
Do his parents know?
Exactly. So that's what I'm
Side effects include pushing P.
Chris Dipp's pushing P in a different way.
Yeah.
He's trying. Yeah. I saw this as about, you talking about old women and now your age, I saw somebody yesterday, it was like a little thing online, like which celebrity said this. And the celebrity said, I'm so frustrated with the world. I'm glad I'm so old I won't have to deal with it much longer. And it was Sean Penn, who's 61.
That's a hard 61.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that.
That's a hard 61.
He's done and seen a lot.
Maybe you're right. But I'm glad I'm out. I'm checking out soon. It's like, you're only 61.
He's watching the clock.
He's already, he's on the clock already. Yesterday, you missed this too, Dave. You're a local newsman. I enjoy watching you on the news, which I did yesterday at noon.
Yeah.
Terrific.
I ran over there and came back.
I thought so.
Yeah, you're getting noticed in the community, by the way.
You're getting a lot. Yeah, you're on a lot.
People are saying he's so much more polished
on TV.
He seems to, I don't know, care.
It is true. I got an email recently from a big time P1 who said, how is it that Dave puts in this?
It can't be the same guy.
It's all a facade.
Which one? Which one is the
real
you?
For you to figure out
which one is Superman, which one is Clark Kent.
And my question is, how much vacation time do those people have over there?
Really? You're on all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Oh, they're out pushing P.
Well, I guess they are. There's yesterday these two anchors from the local Fox affiliate. They were two separate stories, but they were talking about people with Hispanic heritage. And so one really got into the accent.
Piedmont man in jail charged with murder. Forsyth County deputies arrested this man right here, Alex Arevalo Ramirez. They say he shot and killed Bartolome Mundo at a home on Hollow Ridge Drive after they had a disagreement. Arevalo Ramirez is being held without bond.
All right, pretty good.
Over to you.
Okay. Now,
the very next story
from the female anchor.
A 19-year-old facing charges after a deadly shooting at a party. The Randolph County Sheriff's Office arrested Alexandra at Carabala for killing Daniel Vinces.
No,
that's too bad.
I didn't know we were putting the flare on.
When did we start doing that?
You put it on every day when you can.
Start doing that.
Yeah, but they don't usually put the flare on. I've never heard him put flare like that.
That's the first time.
Ramirez.
That's the first time he's done that.
That sounds like that's the first time she came across that.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say it.
It's the first time they had done that. Now, today, same two anchors, okay? Same two anchors. She gets the upper hand. She's got a story on COVID and how we're discovering new cases and trends in COVID. He's not privy to the story.
As this Omicron variant continues to surge, health officials have found a new tool to predict the next wave of COVID cases, the sewer system.
What?
Huh?
That's right, Tracy. It's in our stool. That's right.
Man, we could have been out of this a long time ago.
We're putting the Q-tips in the wrong place.
Apparently.
Stop swabbing noses.
The good people in Charlotte are going through sewers to come up with, is the Omicron variant going up or down?
Now, but we have heard
Yes,
people tracing
yes.
viruses through poo before.
That's right.
I mean, since the pandemic began.
That's exactly right.
It was an indicator.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
This is going to make the drive-through testing a lot more harder.
Well, you're going to have to get out.
You have to step out of your vehicle.
But I think she withheld that from him until the last second.
As this Omicron variant continues to surge, health officials have found a new tool to predict the next wave of COVID cases, the sewer system.
What?
What? News to me. All right, he won yesterday, but she won today. Okay, she's on this.
One more day this week.
That's right.
Now they're even.
Can't end the week even.
It's your move.
Got to be a winner, got to be a loser.
That's right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're in the sewer, and they're saying that the reports from Boston and New York are in the sewage is that they're getting ready to go down. The numbers are getting ready to go down. But in the southeast, numbers are still climbing, at least according to our crap.
500 yards.
Yeah, foulest stench. I can't even imagine it. They're down. They're doing yeoman's work down there.
They really are.
I mean, the healthcare workers they're doing great work, but these sewage workers are doing great work too. Okay. There's a reporter. This is now, Dave. We brought up your local news coverage. You do meteorology here on the local news,
And occasionally in the heavy weather, he'll be deployed roadside.
I was
I've
surprised.
done that in a while, but it
has.
hasn't. This is the first winter threats we've had.
Yeah.
I was surprised you
couple
weren't
years.
out there. You usually cover that Speakeasy Tavern beat quite well. You're always just right over the hill from
Well, it's near my
A
house.
watering hole.
the local watering. Roads are clear here at the local watering hole.
I don't care about the rest of it.
The doors are open and the taps are flowing.
Now stay off the roads.
There is a woman in West Virginia today. This is from WSAZ West Virginia. The reporter's name is Tori Yorgi. And she was actually hit by a car while she was reporting on water main breaks. They had the snow and ice go through, and because of the freezing temperature, some water mains had broken, busted pipes, and she was out there. Car slides and hits her, and the anchor back in the studio has to sort of cover.
3's Tori Yorgi joins us now live in Dunbar. And Tori, they're not seeing any flakes, but wet roads. And now we're starting to experience, unfortunately, in freeze-thaw, we see this, water main breaks.
Right there is where she just got hit by the car.
I heard it.
Car comes sliding toward her. She's hit by the car.
Got hit by a car, but I'm okay. I just got hit by a car, but I'm okay, Tim.
That's the first for you
I'm
on
okay.
TV, Tori.
That's the first.
Well, isn't he on
He's
top?
keeping his cool.
Good for him.
He didn't even flinch.
There's a first. It'll be on the YouTubes.
He didn't even flinch.
We're all good. I'm okay. Yeah, that's live TV for you. It's all good. I actually got hit by a car in college, too, just like that.
Okay.
So it's not your first time, Tori.
We thought this was the first. You didn't tell us. This isn't on your resume.
No.
You're the same Tori Yorgi who was hit back at WVU?
Yeah.
Your mom's not Tony Yorgi, is she?
That was me. She got hit by a car in
Poor
college.
Tori.
Now it happens again.
I am so glad I'm okay.
Yeah.
You're okay. You're okay. We're all good.
The woman who hit her keeps saying off camera, "Are you all right? Are you sure you're
It'd
all
be
right?"
terrifying.
Of course it would.
Yeah.
Woman driving, man, her husband, presumably in the passenger seat.
This is, you know what? It's, one
sure
woman
you're
band.
okay, Tori?
We're good, Tim. Ma'am,
sure you're
you
okay?
are so sweet and you are okay. It is all good.
They just kept going. There was no cameraman. She just had the camera set
she's
up.
all by herself.
Yeah, they couldn't really.
Backpack journalist, as they call them.
What are they, one-man band.
Yeah, one-man band. In it.
Where you go out with your own camera. I had to do that when I worked in that.
Did you really? Way back then?
Yeah, occasionally. Once in a while.
No one wanted to work with you?
No one. We had. I said there's no photos.
There's a new orange Julius at the mall. Anybody want to cover that with me?
They weren't going to waste pay on two people for that.
Well, the equipment was a lot heavier back then, too.
Shamrock Shake is back at McDonald's.
You had the entertainment beat.
I'm here live.
I used to say, are there no photojournalists available? Oh, yeah, they're available.
We got a whole corral of them.
They're playing cards in the back.
But you can't have one.
They never gave me
Let's
one.
welcome Brugger's Bagels to town. I don't know if it's in the shot, but the sign's behind me.
I didn't have a camera person.
I got no TV monitor to look at here.
Let's bring in Kurt, our bagel expert. I don't know what to do.
It's my first day.
They call me one-man band.
Yeah.
I'd go out there
I
occasionally.
think isn't the current term multimedia journalist?
Yeah, it's
MMJ.
Oh, an MMJ.
Yeah, they call them MMJs.
Well, I was an MMJ.
That's hard work.
Oh, it was hard
Oh,
work.
it
when
is
you
hard
set
work.
Camera.
Then
That's
you got to edit your own stuff and write it.
No, I couldn't edit. I couldn't do that. I'd have to bring it back and hand it off to somebody. So I should take
Here's
this.
the Brugger's bagel footage.
Now, I want you to
Great.
cut to where he's putting the knife through the bread.
And turn up the sound on that so you can hear the knife against the bagel.
Right. She moved the camera. She said, well, let me get more out of the way here.
You know, oh, Lord.
So
You know, it's my last week on the job, and I think this would happen.
So you were bumped
specifically
in,
to me, Tim.
were you bumped down low, Tori, or were you hit up high? I couldn't really tell from the looking.
I don't even. Do you know if I was bumped down low or up high, sir?
I just saw you disappear.
I don't even know. I don't even know, Tim. My whole life just flashed before my eyes.
Well, it looked pretty painful out there.
Did you say it's her last month?
Yep.
I heard. Did you just say it's your last week?
Was anyone going to tell me?
Used to be here in the studio.
Well, you go through your reporters like water over here, don't we? Like frozen water.
You're not leaving because of that joke, are
Was it
you?
above the waist or below?
What kind of question? What a jerk.
The talk around town is you've got an ample buttock. I hope it hit you there.
Where did it get you in college? Same place in college? I just assumed. Gracious. I loved her moxie. I loved her style. I thought
know.
she was great.
This she may springboard to something big.
The video is going to be on
really
our
cool.
social media, and I'll tell you, it is something.
And she goes on after that. She's like, well, let me get back to the story. And she starts talking about the water.
About the water man?
Yeah, she
Good
moves
for
the
her.
camera. It was good. It was
You know what
really
often
good.
happens is, I mean, she may, have gone home and then realized my knee hurt, my hip hurt,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's right.
Because
That's
you're
adrenaline.
kind of in shock and
Yeah.
adrenaline. You're right.